All right.
Okay.
I did it.
Okay. It says recording. We are go. So I am William Graham Stewart. I was about to say stranded, but I'm not really stranded. I'm quite at peace, really, at Edinburgh Airport at 1:12 GMT in the morning. Our flight was delayed from Amsterdam by 2 hours. And I'm here with, who are you?
Jean Marie Macaluso. Everybody knows me. No, that's not true.
Where are you?
I'm in an attic in Kingston, New York.
Of course you are. So I'm sitting precisely at Costa Coffee in Edinburgh Airport with a couple of workers, a couple of people here, some people charging their phones, And this is to introduce Become Friends, which is written in different ways because Wolfgang actually came up with the concept. So thanks, Wolfgang. No, he didn't come up with the concept. I came up with the concept. He then changed the letters to have infinity symbols between become friends because it's infinite. We're in infinite relation to each other. And that evolved out of, it used to be the little wiggly line, which is a sort of nicely touchy thing. So on Facebook, you can't use those wiggly lines, so it has to be become friends separate. So,
you can't use the wiggly lines? I use the wiggly lines all the time.
Yeah, you can use it, but you can't use it for a Facebook page. You can't use it as the...
Okay.
Anyway, but to the concept itself, basically, the aim of the game, which begins tomorrow, 21st December 2016 at 21:21 UTC, Universal something time. No, Universal something clock. Anyway. I should know that.
I never know what time it is, really. No, I just could have said it on my...
It's always now.
It's always now.
This game is for a year and a day.
Oh, really? Who's going to keep track of it? Who's going to keep track of the passage? I suppose that would be my thing.
We are together with other friends. We're going to say, hang on. And it's going to be in 4 phases. So 21st December is obviously the spring. Winter solstice.
Winter solstice. That's right.
And moving over to the spring equinox, and then moving into the summer solstice, then moving into this autumn equinox.
As it does every year, pretty well. I mean, as far as I can remember.
Pretty much, roughly around that day.
Right.
So I put in a funding proposal to one foundation called Yona in Amsterdam, and the proposal is to support this work for a year and a day. And the whole idea is to, befriend people.
Sure.
And to ask questions. So the questions are, what is a friend now? How do we become friends?
Do you want me to take notes? You got it on here, right? Okay.
It's all recorded, yeah. And it's in my head, logged in there. And if we're already friends, do we want to become better friends? And if so, how to do that?
Right.
And finally, Wolfgang's favourite question, who are you, friend?
Oh, yeah? Does he ask that, really?
So yeah, he likes that. Who are you? I keep asking, what do you want? And he doesn't like that question. How would I know?
He doesn't know
what I know. No, he said, how would I know? But Wolfgang has been a real strong support. He's currently not talking to me because he wants something to happen. And I understand why. So it is going to happen for various reasons. I won't go into that now. But really, the idea is to have 4 countries, Scotland, England, Catalonia, and Switzerland.
Right.
In each location, 3 venues or locations. So one is a village, one's a town, one's a city. Because people in villages have different understanding of friendship. They have different understanding in cities. Different countries have different understanding. Switzerland, for example, very different to Scotland. And then Scotland and England, who are next door to each other, have, friendship has been an issue with them, because of the history in our respective countries. So the idea is I travel around, do my thing, which is basically befriending people, socializing, asking those questions, seeing if I can get people on film, see if I can get people to record interviews, do artworks. And in each location, I'll try and find an empty space, like an attic size,
right,
where I invite people in,
right,
and then I do events, I do games, I do talks, I do discussions, I do all sorts of things that are then recorded as artifacts and objects that can then be curated in that space over a period of a month. And then after a month, each of these places are all connected up after the year. So if I befriend somebody in Zurich, at the end of the year, they'll automatically be quite able to meet somebody from Edinburgh, because they're part of the project and they've agreed to be, oh, you're a friend now? Okay. So you're now, because you're my friend, you're now Jean's friend, and you're now this guy's friend in Zurich who I met in the gents' toilet of the hotel.
That's my line. No, it's not true. No, I'm only joking. All right, sorry.
So there we go. That's basically it. And I've asked for funding for helping me travel, a decent phone. Nothing wrong with dear old Barbie. Barbie's great, but she really runs out of battery quickly.
Oh, no.
And she gets a bit funny from time to time and goes off. So her battery power, she says, is 25%. It's lying, it's 2%. Then suddenly I lose it. So I'd like a Google Pixel phone, please. And
get somebody to get you the glasses. That'd be cool.
Well, I think if I do it for a year and they see the results, they'll say, "Hey, we're going to give you stuff to play with."
Sure.
And then things like I need cards, play cards, not business cards, play cards. Where there's the website, go to it. Got to build the website. Got to get someone to pay someone to do it well, because I can do it okay, but not really well. And it's just getting the money in to do that. I also want 2 assistants, and I don't mean your good self. I mean 2 young ones that you and I can train in understanding and learning. So that's a good thing for them. Yeah, Padawans. Yeah, nice one. Yep. So we can help them learn how to become better at now and better at play and better at...
Well, you got to start. I spent the whole day downstairs with my grandson, and he's been pissy toward me lately, and I just spent the whole day with him, and now we're friends again. It was easy. They're easy. Kids are easier.
And just at this very early juncture, I've already had wonderful conversations already about what is a friend, and what, like Luis, who you'll meet at some point on Zoom, he just said, beautiful, he said, it's loving someone without boundaries.
Without what?
Loving someone without boundaries.
Oh yeah, well sure. That does, otherwise what is not really love, it's some other definition.
Yeah, and then also that means that he has to love himself.
Yeah.
Without boundaries. Then if the other person's in that state, it's just a beautiful thing. So he and I are, we love each other. I've only known him 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We love each other. Harry and I love each other. Tammy, Fleming, all these guys. So we're friends.
Right?
We're friends, and we're supporting each other, and all sorts of. And of course, I'm going to be a friend to myself first of all.
Well, you got to be a friend first of all to yourself. Yes.
Friend to Gitu Manitou. I prefer Gitu Manitou than God. Because Gitu Manitou is a jibwa for the great mystery.
Right.
I really like that.
Well, to me, I'm a solipsist in many ways. For me, it's like, well, it's my, I can be alone forever. I'm fine. I really love my own company. So, for me, it's easy. Then everybody else is just a reflection, and I like them. I like them because that's why I always say, hey, I know the feel, right? Because I've been through all those cycles,
Here.
Yeah, I've been everything. If you that's why the boys, my sons, I got 4. Anybody who doesn't know me, I got 4 sons, and when they became teenagers, I was like, you cannot outbad me, because anything bad that you've done, I've done it, and I've done it worse, and I've done it more often. So they never bothered. They couldn't beat me at badness. So
just to remind ourselves, Sam is in Amsterdam with his wife Trina and Harper.
Yeah.
You've got don't tell me.
Ben isn't. Ben,
We've got Ben. No, is Ben in Seattle? No.
Nobody's in Seattle right now. We used to live in Seattle. Ben is in North Carolina. He lives in Chapel Hill with the absolutely splendid Whitney Dean. The hell is that? Wait. All right.
Yeah.
Ben has the twin. Yeah. And I live with Theo.
Theo's there with you.
Theo lives right downstairs below me, and I use his kitchen and bathroom. So, today he said, someday he told me, Leon, someday I'll get old and I'll live in your attic, he said. It's funny.
And where's Charlie?
Charlie's in the bottom floor.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Charlie's got the first floor, Theo's got the second floor, and I'm on the top floor.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's a very sweet arrangement. Yeah.
And I have one sister, Elaine Mary Jane. She's now a penman, but she used to be a Stewart, obviously. And she married Michael, 1998, I think, or 1999, a long time ago.
A long time ago.
They were childhood sweethearts. And met when they were 16, and they've been together for, just had a 25th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Oh, I think 25th anniversary when they met, I think it was. Yeah, that's it. Which is extraordinary in these times. And Elaine lives in a place called Bridge of Weir. A weir being a water thing.
Oh, yeah.
And they've got 2 kids, Abby and Thomas, who I will see in the coming days because it's almost Christmas. And my parents are in Patterton, which is a newly developed area for a lot of retired people are there, a lot of elders. And my dad currently has Alzheimer's, diabetes, and dementia, triple whammy. And my mum has got a lung infection and water in the legs.
She still has a lung infection? How's her anxiety?
Yeah,
how is her panic?
Well, I don't know. I'll see what happens soon. She's still got it. She's still short of breath and freaking out. I've got to, as Harry said beautifully, I've got to find a way to change frequency or change vibrations so that I don't blow her up.
Can I ask you how old your parents are? How old are your parents?
Yeah, my dad is 86. My mum is 76.
Wow. So you're another one of those generational anomalies. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's like I'm 43 now.
Yeah.
I'm 44 on May 21st.
See, that's really weird because it's the same thing. The same thing is true for, all right, Leon's mom is Theo. Theo's one of Theo's females, right? So, but her mother is in her 80s, and her mother is the same generation as my parents. Your parents are the same generation as my parents. So Michelle and I are the same generation, and you're the same generation. I'm just weirdly older. I don't really understand it. It's just one of those. No, but
well, my dad was born in 1930, so he was a teenager during the war.
Right.
Well, he was obviously 9 when it started, but my mother was born in the middle of it.
Right.
So family stories and histories and all the complexity of them, and I'm now going back. I'm now going back to see my parents. I've literally got. My mum had to put £50 into my Royal Bank of Scotland account because I screwed up with my accounting for the train fare coming from Brussels. Right. So here I am in Edinburgh Airport with £29 to my name. Right. No way of accessing any other funds unless I steal them. Or I walk home, or I thumb a lift, or there's many number of ways in which one can move.
I've been there, believe me. I know.
I can charm somebody, or in Europe they have BlaBlaCar, which is a way of catching a lift with somebody. So someone's arriving at Edinburgh Airport at 3:00. He said, I can take 3 people to Glasgow because that's where I'm going.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
I could find that guy and say, here's £7, get me to Glasgow. But then I get to Glasgow about 4:00, and then what I can do is go to the casino.
Right.
Because the casino's up until 5, and I could use £5 that I've got left, or £10 to gamble it to see if I can increase it. If not, I'm walking home.
Right?
That's one possible thread of activity. The other is just to sit here. I
I
was
have
just
to
to
just
sit
break
calmly.
into the audience here. Can I just break into for the audience here and
Sure.
mention that this guy is the only person that I've ever met that's as crazy as him. No, seriously, everybody else is crazy, maybe more in certain ways, but you're overall crazy. It's like in a kind of balanced way. So it's weird. I mean, you're good, and I'm really good. I'm really bad, and I'm really good. You know, you're really good, and you're really bad. You know, so.
Yeah, I prefer to say, courageously imaginative.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Good way to put it.
And to say, and there's also choice is an amazing thing because I can just basically very calmly sit here, talk to you for an hour, go for a walk in the cold, do some work, create a spreadsheet, write a poem, or I can go through the extra stress of trying to get to Glasgow and find. It's all about reducing the stress.
Well, I don't know what the point of all that is. I mean, I never remember the time I told you about the time my mom gave me a handheld video game. It was blackjack. No, it was a. I think it was a little blackjack game, handheld blackjack game, and I was obsessive. I played it obsessively for months. And then I got in this bus and I went out to Seattle or San Francisco or someplace. And I'm in like Cleveland or Chicago. No, it wasn't Chicago. It was like Cleveland or one of those towns. And I'm playing, the bus stops and they got to clean the bus. And I'm sitting there and I'm playing blackjack obsessively. And then I look up and the sun's up, and the bus had left. And I was, I'd spent like 5 hours just playing blackjack. Yeah.
Well,
so
I've fallen asleep in many casinos at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And been thrown out, sorry, you can't sleep in here. This is not a place to sleep. It's a place to gamble and spend money. Okay? So I'm saying, hey, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. There's no clocks in here. Of course, that's the point.
Well, it's just, I don't know, it's just crazy. Well, I think they should have those. I show you the tent. I think that it'd be really cool to have a tent like this. Wait a second. I'm going to do the share thing. Wait.
A camping area.
You can't hear me? Oh.
I can still hear you. I was saying a camping area. I can see you. I'm going to see if I can find my bishop's hat. The cardinal.
Oh, you got a cardinal hat? I got other hats too. The whole hat thing. Like my favorites. I'm really lucky. Like, I always win at everything. The only time I ever bet on anything, I always win. But I'm always really lucky. Charlie's like the luckiest person I ever met. He got horseshoes up his ass. That's what we say about Charlie. He always wins. He does. He has horseshoes up his ass. Oh, a horse stepped on him one time. That was an interesting thing. That actually happens.
I'm sure he didn't say that. Oh, that was interesting.
No, he was too young to talk. When the horse stepped on him, he was like a year and a half or something like that.
I know it's in here somewhere, but it doesn't want to seem to.
Here, I'm gonna do my hat wardrobe while you're not looking. This is my favorite hat. I've had this hat for years and years. This is like my army.
The amount of times I've lost this hat.
This is my ghetto hat. I like to wear it in my ghetto style, which is especially effective if you do weird things with your hair. So my mild ghetto style hair, mild ghetto style hat. And then this is my heavy duty ghetto style hat.
Keep mentioning this fucking thing. All the places you need a hat, it's Scotland. No.
Didn't really work out, did it? So now we're looking at the tile floor.
Now I've got I'm propping you up with a glass of water and a coffee cup.
Cool. I gotta say, Leon gave me this thing that's really fun for. I don't know what What the fuck is that? I had it, but I don't have it anymore.
Just for anybody watching, swearing is fine.
Who would say that it wasn't fine? Who's gonna tell me?
I'm just saying it.
That I can't swear. Do you think that anybody's gonna go there? I don't think that's even gonna ever happen. My parents couldn't do that. My parents couldn't make me stop. There.
Right.
This is my
I've
other.
got lots of socks, but no hat. Don't tell me I left my hat. I've got my gloves.
It's such a mess.
It's just the. You said, when.
Graham Stewart is everything that I ever have gotten in trouble for my whole life. Like always getting yelled at for being like Graham Stewart. It's like I'm like, yes, I love this guy. It's like he's a maniac. It's really so crazy.
I shared the story again today with Harry that my friend William Wolf, he's definitely a friend. We love each other too.
Right.
He said, and we've been through some stuff together. I think friendship also requires that. But he very Bob Marley.
Yeah, right.
Or Rainbow Gathering.
Right.
And basically, he said the difference between a mystic and a lunatic is that a mystic knows who not to talk to. Whereas lunatics talk to everybody.
You know what? Who the fuck cares? I mean, I don't care if they don't like it. That's what the Taoist masters, they didn't like it. They hit you with something. They say, that I always wanted to be a Taoist master.
Well, actually,
if I wanted to.
I know you're now a Taoist master. I'll hit you with this is my Vaseline. So I'll hit you with a
secret word. You win $100.
Hit you with a Taoist master stick. So William Wolf said that, and then a guy in Baigorgina, where I currently am close to staying.
Please?
Okay, stay.
Right.
This guy said, no, a mystic can talk to anybody. Doesn't matter.
Mystic doesn't give a fuck. Who the fuck cares? Once you get to the point where you think that you're God anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's like, all right, well, y'all got to deal with it because I got it going on. I mean, basically, I've always been that way. I always gotten so much trouble, Well, because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. That's why I don't like to hurt people's feelings,
Well, I think it's a sort of like my mother admitted to me that she wants people to like her. She cannot stand the idea of someone not liking her.
Right.
And for example, she had a traumatic experience when the dentist shouted at her, and she had she almost had a breakdown because of it. And she didn't know what to do, and no one's ever said things like that to her, and it was terrifying. And I think also my mother doesn't really know her own power.
Well, that's the whole point. Most people don't. Most people it's like public opinion. Somebody says something like, yeah, whatever, you can't do this. Oh, no, you can't do that. When I was a kid, it was like, you got to do this and you got to dress like that. And I was like, what the fuck? I mean, come on. Yeah. No, I'm not doing that. I don't care. Like, oh, that's the way we do it. I don't care if that's the way you do it. It's not the way I'm doing it. I was like that. I was a little kid. So imagine what kind of trouble you get in. Shut up.
The classic line, what you need to do is, when people tell me, what you need to do. So I'm here publicly recording the fact that I had an enormous blow up with my ex-mentor yesterday in Granollers, which is a place near Barcelona. We had a lovely lunch. It was going well.
4-star restaurant.
Yes. 4-star restaurant. It was called La Fonda Europa. Very good food, great service. And good wine, good beer, good food. And we just got into the topic of his project, and he's so focused on his own work that he can't see beyond it, and therefore other people's work isn't as important, which I understand. But then if he wants people to support him and the work, then he has to give them space, perhaps. He doesn't have to do anything, of course. He can just carry on as he's doing, but he's clearly not happy because it's not going anywhere. and people don't respond, which is why he wanted me to help him. And then I said, well, maybe we need a 3, maybe Chris Cochran. And he just said, listen, I looked at his website and I'm embarrassed for you that you know him. And I said, what are you talking about? And you haven't even asked any, I didn't say this, but I'm saying it now. And I've said it in a message to Chris Cochran, like, hey, you didn't even ask me questions. You haven't talked to him. You don't know anything about the work. And, so that happened, and it was very traumatic. I had to leave his flat, and I got a train to Barcelona. I got off at the wrong stop. Then I sat down and I fell asleep. Then I woke up and I had to get another train to near the airport, and then I had to walk from the metro because there was no taxis, there were no buses. It was 2:00 in the morning. And there was a guy sweeping the streets, and then there was a guy standing in the doorway just sort of watching him sweep the streets. And I said, how do I get to the airport? He said, oh, don't walk down there, it's very dangerous, it's muy peligroso. So I walked down there. Can't be that dangerous at 2:00 in the morning.
So what happened?
It wasn't, there was nobody there. 2 shady characters hanging around a bus stop, but basically it took me like an hour and a half to walk from that place to the airport. I find how you get into the airport, not through the fences around it. My path kept being blocked. I had to go back again. And then when I arrived at the airport, I got there at like 3 in the morning, and then I sat down, had a coffee, and fell asleep. Woke up on the table, 4:30, perfect. Easily smoothed my way to the other terminal, got on the plane to Brussels. Easy.
Yeah.
And then today I was supposed to meet Julian, Loea potentially, and Vasilios. Didn't meet any of them. Just fate. And then I met Harry, because Harry was my priority. So I made the effort to be there on time. Was it before time? He came to meet me from his flat. He said, don't move where you are, from where you are. And he came, and we had a nice long hug. And then we went, and off he went, and that was our day. And that's been it. I left him, he bought me a bowl of soup. He got me on the right train. The train was late, which meant I caught it because I was bang on time, but it was late, so I could relax. And then, got to Schiphol, did some work, and here we are in Edinburgh.
Nice. Well, you're having a lot of adventures. Then, if you want to write, I mean, you said that you want to sit still and write, so now you'll have lots of adventures to write about.
Well, that's true. But today I've been in Spain, Brussels, Holland, and then Scotland. So that's 4 countries in one day. Wow. Yeah. All of which speak a different language.
Damn. Oh, probably different thought patterns too, I'm sure. Different. I'm sure they have different mores or different.
Totally. And at one point I felt, whoa, where am I?
Right, I can imagine.
Then Vasilios phones me, who's a Greek complexity scientist, and he phones me up and says, where are you? I said, I'm in Antwerp. I sent you a message. Oh, you're in Antwerp? Yeah, that's what I said. I'm in Antwerp. Oh, what are you doing in Antwerp? You're supposed to be in Brussels. I said, yeah, I was in Brussels, but you texted me at 11 a.m. when I was, I had to leave when you didn't. Well, we should have planned it. I said, that's not the way I roll now, man. You know that.
Right.
Plan a conversation.
You lose. That's right. Basically.
You're too late. You know how I play. You're there, you're not there. It doesn't matter. And right. Then, so then, he actually knows Chris Thompson very well, my ex-mentor. Well, not very well, that's not true. He knows him reasonably well, more than me, in terms of the academic side. So, yeah. We're going to chat about that tomorrow, apparently, if that happens. And then we have a conversation experiment tomorrow with sensing into it or something. Sense into it. Oh, yeah. With Fleming and them, yeah. I might join that as a Christmas special. Sure. Guest appearance by the
by the
and
mysterious
then
entity W. Graham Stewart. No,
I
you
just
know,
turn
we're
it
an
up,
object of tremendous gossip too. So,
turn it like that, turn it like that. You know.
right? That's my thing. I'll wear a
Yeah,
beard. I can wear a beard. Oh, we should dress like each other. You could be.
you could pretend to be me.
I could pretend to be you.
Yeah.
I could put on. I can't. I lost them. Here's some things. There they are. Oh no, I have. I could do. I do. This is the latest thing that you're supposed to do is use your own hair for beards and mustaches. So I could just, like that.
Yeah, that's a bit Billy Connolly.
Right? Cool. Okay. Well, I could be a guy and you could be a female if you wanted to. You pretty girl.
Or I could just be a dark square.
You could be a what?
A dark square. Actually, on my Zoom,
yeah,
on my Zoom profile, I've got the mask on with the eye appearing out of that one. You know,
right.
I could just be that one. Fleming has gone very sci-fi recently, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's funny. Well, he wants to do that, I mean, that's why I did that picture of him, he loved that picture that I did in my sketchbook of him as a space alien, female space alien, which I think he really enjoyed.
Maybe he is.
What?
Does he want to go? Does he?
Well, everybody wants to go somewhere. Everybody wants something. Everybody needs something.
My theory is that there aren't any interesting planets. It's just all very dark out there, and we have to create them. Oh, right, okay.
Right?
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So he loves stuff like that. I mean, that really makes him happy. And it's like Ming. Oh, he's like Ming the Mysterious, right? Which is really cool. No.
Ming the Mechanic, yeah.
Right. No, but it's like
I downloaded Queen's Flash Gordon soundtrack.
Oh, nice.
And every time I listen to it, at the beginning of it, it's Ming saying to his aide, Cassius or something, I'm bored. I'm bored. And then he says, what have you got for me? Well, there's a little place called Earth, sir.
They're made of meat.
Yeah, made of meat. Let's have some fun before I annihilate it. That's what Ming said. I can see that in Fleming.
Well, sure. I mean, I feel like that's my function as far as aliens go, is that I keep them. I keep them amused enough that they keep Earth going, because I'm very amusing. I'm very amusing. you see the post I did about. Check the conversation experiment post there. My posts are hilarious. I mean, I think they're beautiful. I'm like, oh, beautiful. It's like, because I'm not, I'm like, Fleming's all like, oh, you drive people crazy. He's telling me, he's on the conversation experiment thing. He goes, you just drive people crazy. I go, well, maybe that's my function, is to drive people crazy.
Yeah, exactly. If you can't sit calmly like I am in Jean's presence, then, you haven't passed go.
You can talk to me for hours. I drive most people crazy. Most people are like, I can't handle her. She drives me crazy. No, I can't.
I just laugh. I'm laughing, and
almost as crazy as I am. That's one.
Well, maybe we need an independent crazy expert to verify. That's why I don't want to go towards the medical profession, even in Scotland, because in Scotland they had R.D. Laing, who's Ronnie Laing, who's a famous psychiatrist who wrote a beautiful set of books around that stuff. Yeah. And the fine line between genius and madness as it's perceived by those who are not in that state. So because people are so afraid and not in touch with their creativity or their passions or their motivations, they presume that someone there is.
You do something, they're scared if you act crazy, that people are going to think you're crazy. Like, who cares? Let them think what they want,
And then they'll be left alone and abandoned, which is one of the great fears of being left alone in a world full of zombies. Oh, that's partly what's happening.
What?
Yeah, Gina, I have a desire to go out for a walk and have a smoke and come back and rejoin.
What do you have to do? So I'll post this meanwhile.
Yeah, this is part one.
Just on YouTube or something. What is it?
Part one of.
You want me to post it on that site on the beef?
No, I have to do the configuration at the back end.
Okay.
So,
no problem. Well, I'll put it on YouTube, and then you can do what you want with it after that. I'll put it on my page, my YouTube page, and then you can do what you want with it after that.
All right, Gene.
Over now.
Thank you.
See you later, man.
Over now. Bye.
Bye.